Hello everyone. This study explores how ESL secondary students use ChatGPT to support their literary writing. After analyzing their responses and experiences, we have designed a creative learning kit that helps students build literary competence through guided AI assisted tasks. This research was guided by two main questions. The first one: what are ESL learners' perceptions of using ChatGPT to analyze literature? And the second one: in what ways do learners use ChatGPT to support their literary writing? Our research highlights three major themes. First, many ESL students struggle with literary writing. They face issues with grammar, vocabulary, and expressing deeper meanings in their responses, even those who do well academically. Second, students have a generally positive attitude toward using ChatGPT. They say it helps with writing ideas, language accuracy, and confidence, but they still need guidance to use it meaningfully. The third theme focuses on ChatGPT's role in literary response tasks. It can support creativity, help students organize their thoughts, and suggest new ways to express ideas. But there's a risk of relying too much on it. Students still need to think critically, revise, and make the writing their own. So while ChatGPT is a useful tool, it works best when paired with reflection and real study is guided by two key frameworks: the technology acceptance model and self-regulated learning theory. TAM, Technology Acceptance Model, help explain how ESL learners accept and use ChatGPT based on its usefulness and ease of use. SRL, Self-Regulated Learning, focuses on how learners take control of their own learning, setting goals, seeking help, and reflecting, especially in writing tasks. Together, these frameworks helps us understand both the perception and behaviors of ESL learners using ChatGPT in literary
In
writing.
this study, we used a quantitative descriptive research design to examine ESL students' perceptions and usage of ChatGPT in literature based writing tasks. We selected 58 secondary students through purposive sampling, all with prior experience using ChatGPT. Data was collected using a Google Forms questionnaire based on the technology acceptance model and self regulated learning theory. The Google Form questionnaire includes Section A, demographic data, Section B, learners' perceptions of ChatGPT, and Section C, learners' use of ChatGPT. A pilot test showed strong reliability with a Cronbach's alpha of 0.894. Data were analyzed using SPSS to generate descriptive statistics. Ethical procedures ensure participants' anonymity, informed consent, and voluntary participants throughout the study. Based on the findings, it is discovered that ESL learners generally perceive ChatGPT positively, particularly for idea generation, vocabulary improvement, and enhancing text coherence. However, some students expressed concerns about over reliance on the tool and emphasized the need for teacher guidance, reflecting the cautious attitudes found in earlier studies. Secondly, regarding ChatGPT usage in literary tasks, most learners used it for brainstorming, structuring their writing, and boosting confidence. It was especially helpful for improving vocabulary and organization, though many students still preferred to rely on teacher or peer feedback for final revisions, showing that human input remains important. Lastly, the study found a strong positive correlation between perception and usage. Learners who saw ChatGPT as useful tended to use it more often. This supports the technology acceptance models and the theory of planned behavior, which suggest that positive attitudes lead to increased usage, especially when students receive adequate support and guidance.
Now, let's look at our digital learning kit named Poet AI Lab, which is an interactive poetry writing resource designed for ESL secondary learners. It combines literary response activities with guided ChatGPT support to scaffold writing skills. The kit features three scaffolded modules, moving from understanding to transformation and finally creation. It's built around two poems, A Poison Tree and Hope is a Thing with Feathers. In Module 1, students read and annotate the poem, analyze emotions and metaphors, and use ChatGPT to explore meaning and rewrite endings. They also reflect on how AI helped their understanding. Module 2 shifts focus to voice and perspective. Students create diary entries or monologues from the viewpoint of the poem's subject, using ChatGPT for tone guidance and reflection prompts. Module 3 encourages students to write their own symbolic poem based on emotions and nature metaphors. ChatGPT helps with brainstorming, refining lines, and self-reflection. Our kit addresses common challenges ESL learners face, like interpreting figurative language and building confidence. By scaffolding tasks and using AI support meaningfully, we help students organize ideas while avoiding over-reliance.
In short, ChatGPT should be seen as a thinking partner, not just a shortcut. It supports literally voice development, encourages reflection, and offers scaffolded ESL friendly support that promotes learners' autonomy. Based on the analysis, several advantages of using ChatGPT emerged. It boosts it boosts creativity through guided tasks, supports struggling writers by providing scaffolding, and encourages deeper reflection and engagement. It also enables personalized learning based on a poem choice and promotes independent learning with optional AI assistance. However, there are also limitations. It's important to balance AI use to avoid over reliance, and students must have digital literacy and understand how to use ChatGPT responsibly. Finally, feedback is limited without the involvement of teachers or peers, which may impact overall writing development.